Tomorrow is Election Day across Minnesota, and polls will open in just under 9 hours. There are no statewide races on the ballot, but residents in several cities and school districts will weigh in on a number of issues. There are at least 96 school district elections and 28 municipal elections. Them are city council races in Minneapolis and St. Paul. And St. Paul voters will decide on a sales tax increase.
Danny Spiewak starts our team coverage tonight. Danny?
Randy and Julie, this doesn't have quite the same buzz as, say, a presidential or midterm election year, but there are still some very important items on the ballot tomorrow that could potentially reshape your local city council or your school board. If you think people won't vote in an off-year election,
I think the turnout tomorrow is going to be quite high.
think again, says Larry Jacobs with the University of Minnesota's Humphrey School.
I don't think it's going to be at a record level. I don't think it's going to be what we've seen in the last few years. It's certainly not going to be at a presidential level, but it will be elevated. We're seeing the candidates really fighting in closely contested battles.
Let's start with city politics. In Minneapolis and St. Paul, all 20 city council seats are up for election. St. Paul also has a ballot question asking voters if they want to raise the sales tax by 1% to pay for roads and parks. And in Duluth, progressive incumbent mayor Emily Larson faces a tough challenge from former state legislator Roger Reiner. In fact, many of these races are placing factions of the DFL against each other.
So this is a real tension within the Democratic Party. Is it going to be a more centrist party, or is it going to move even further to the left?
Also, there are dozens of Minnesota school districts with school board races this year, including Anoka-Hennepin, Minnetonka, and South Washington County, to name a few.
Which used to be really is kind of a sleepy thing about who could you even get to run. But now you're seeing liberal and conservative groups going at it. They're big national and state funders weighing in on these school board races. We've never seen anything like this before.
And this is just the beginning.
It's going to be nothing compared to what we're going to see in the coming year.
Yes, a year from now, we'll have a presidential election, all the U.S. House seats, and many key U.S. Senate races, not to mention another round of Minnesota House elections at the state level here. But first things first, let's focus on tomorrow. Polls will open at 7 a.m. in most cities. And remember, if you're not registered to vote currently, you can do that at your polling place.
Yeah, lots of big races. We'll be watching them tomorrow. Thank you, Danny.